Hi guys, it's your favorite math teacher with CBA test corrections. I really need you to pay attention because this covers almost half of a year so far. So let's rock out on this. Okay, the first one was scientific notation. You could have actually just typed this in your calculator, would have given you an answer, but I know that I'm going to move the decimal 4 places. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops, that's not going to put it in the right place. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to see that B is the correct answer. You could have also, and you got to be kind of careful with these zeros. You could type that in your calculator, put it in scientific notation, double check yourself. No reason to miss this one. You've got a calculator for this. Number 2. Wow, no reason to miss this one, is it? Because it is stat edit. Now I'm going to have to go old school. I don't have a fancy calculator with me. So I'm going to say this is counting by 2 and this is counting by 50. So I'm going to say the unit rate would be 50 cents divided by 2, or 25 cents per hour. So I can pretty much answer it from there. This has $2.75 per hour. This has $15.25. This one has 25 cents per hour, so it must be C. So let's see. If you start out with $27.50 for the plumber for showing up, and then after the first hour, you'd pay him another $5.50. My bad, guys. That's $2.75 is the rate. So it could be A. It's not B. It's not C. It's either A or D. Well, let's see. If you start out at $25 an hour, for 1 hour you'd charge $30.50. That says for 2 hours. So I can see where this one's a problem. Oh, I'm sorry. $27.50. So that's right. And for 2 would be $30. Oh, 75. $30.50. Well, I fought through a few mistakes because I don't have a calculator. But I got it. It is A. You should have done stat edit and called it a day. Number 4 is a proportional relationship. Really easy. And the keywords are varies directly. So I'm going to set up a proportion. You could have also just done y divided by x to find k. Let's see. It's newtons, and spring in centimeters. If a force of 140 newtons was 4 centimeters, how about 350 newtons? You could have also done 140 divided by 4 to find the equation. And the equation would be 35x, where x is in newtons. So where x is newtons. Let me double check myself. Y divided by x. Oh, I'm doing it upside down. Y divided by x would be a really small equation. But let's go ahead and use a proportion and solve it. 4 times 350 divided by 140. Do you have an answer? If not, I'm going to have to solve this without a calculator. 1400 divided by 140, I get 10 centimeters. So anytime it says varies directly, you know it's proportional. You can go old school and set up a proportion. I think the way we want you to do it is to divide y by x to find the unit rate, and then apply that. Let's try Siri. What is 4 divided by 140?
It's about 0.02857.
So it's an irrational number. You would have actually had to type in the fraction. You could have typed in y equals 4 over 140x and then substituted 350 for it and got the right answer. But let's do proportion. Wow, this is a very confusing CBA, so I'm going to try to be very clear from here on out. Most of you missed number 4, and it was kind of a trick. You're starting out with a 7-inch candle, and you're burning 2 inches an hour. So you're starting out with 7, and then you're burning 2 inches each hour. So sometimes I like doing it this way if I can't think it through. After 0 hours, it'd be 7 inches. After 1 hour, burn off 2, it'd be 5 inches. After 2 hours, it would be 3 inches. You could do stat edit to find the equation. I happen to know it starts out with 7 and takes off 2 each hour. So the fact that it's taking off means there's subtraction involved. So it's not A. B looks correct. C is wrong because it's adding 2. D is wrong. Yeah, and see where this is tricky? It has the unit rate first, down to an hour, and then it has a 7 second. Instead of starting with 7, you're starting with the X. So I can see how you could get confused. Hopefully this makes sense to you. Started with 7 and burned 2 an hour. And hopefully this made sense. A table, you can always make out a table and then do stat edit. A lot of you got this right this time, number 5, ordering. Negative 3.12, and it's got 31%, which is 0.31, and it's got pi, which is 3.14, and the square root of 10. Let's ask Siri, what's the square root of 10?
The square root of 10 is approximately 3.16228.
See, I don't like this. You'll never get ones that are this close on the STAR test. This has been on the CBA for a while. I think I've complained about this before. Greatest to least, this is the largest. So square root of 10 is the largest. So we've kind of ruled out everything but C. Square root of 10, then pi, then 0.31, and then of course the negative would be the smallest. All right, as you can see, somebody's written on some problems, but the person who had this test didn't show hardly any work, which is disappointing. Same number of ribbons. So this is where highlighting, focusing on the question helps. This is days. This is ribbons. Sometimes we just look at a graph and we're just in a hurry to look at the numbers. But this one was just about reading it. Same number of ribbons left to sell on how many days? Day 15, day 18, day 33, day 48. Well, here's the days. And there's the answer. How many days is that? Well, it's 18 days. Now, I don't see how you could have missed this if you read the labels, because this would be 15 ribbons. So it'd be after 18 days. You sold 15 ribbons, but it's not 15 days, it's 15 ribbons. So when you have an intersection, when you have a picture like this, it's going to always ask you for the intersection or just one of the two numbers. In this case, it asks for just the X value. Oh, I might have to make 2 videos because I've got only 5 or 6 minutes to finish, so I'm going to pick up the pace. 3 cakes in 5 hours. So this one, 5 hours would be 3 cakes. This one, 10 hours would be 6 cakes. A looks correct. This one has, in 5 hours, selling 15 cakes. That's wrong. This one has, after 5 hours, selling 9 cakes. That one's wrong. And this one has, after 5 hours, selling 24 cakes. Wow, this was really easy. All you had to do is find 3 cakes in 5 hours. Cakes again over here and hours right here. So 5 hours, 3 cakes on the line, done. Pay attention to the labels. Annotate. Number 8, a lot of reading. So a proportional function would have only a multiplying, not an adding. So I'm looking for one without a beginning point. On the first one, it has an initial amount of $100 in your account and then a unit rate of $20. So that's not proportional because you started out with 100. We're looking for starting out with nothing. Piggy bank is initially empty, and then $1.25 is added. That's the one. We were just looking for one that started at 0. C started at $100. And the last one, hourly wages are 15 with an additional 35 per day. So it started with 15. So we were just looking for one that started at 0. So the word empty was the key word. Number 9. Wow. What is the y-intercept? Please tell me you didn't miss this one. -5. You had to bubble negative. Number 10. Emily sells greeting cards. This is about her profit in dollars and how many boxes. So if she sold 1 box, she made about $7.50. Looks like if she sold 2 boxes, she made 15. The key here would be finding a point on here that is clear to read, which is maybe this one right here, which is 4 boxes and $30. And since it crosses through the origin, it's proportional, you could do, to find K, you could do Y divided by X, or $30 divided by 4 boxes, which is $7.50 profit each box. How much she made. So you could have done stat edit if you could have found 2 points on the line, but if you only can find 1, you have to remember that on proportional you can just do Y divided by X. 11. I don't think very many of you missed this. Whole numbers sit inside of real numbers. This has real numbers as a smaller group. Real numbers is it's the all-encompassing group. This has all whole numbers are real. Yep, all whole numbers are real. They fit inside. All the whole numbers are inside the real number group. Yeah, these are kind of crazy. It's a direct relationship. You're going to see concentric circles inside of each other. Okay, I'm going to make it number 12. So you should put your pen across. You should not freehand like I'm doing, but I am in a hurry. Approximately what score should a student with 6 absences? And I'm going to guess I'm going to struggle with this because I tried to freehand it. And I'm going to say it's about 75, so I am going to select D. And we can talk about that if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure I am right. I try to go through as many dots as I can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, about 9 above. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 below. Might be a little slightly low, but I think mine's pretty good. All right, the last one. This one is, let me cover up this other person's answer. This one is not a function. Almost all of you got this right because it has 75 2 different times. And this person's right. If you change one of the 75s to any other number, not 73 or 77 or 79, if you changed it to 76, for example, that would make it a function. So this one, 75 has 2 girlfriends. He's given flowers to 12, and then he's given candy to 14. So he's a cheating X. So that would not be a function. All right, I hope this helped. Not my best job. Let me know if you have any questions, please.